Hello friends, my name is Emile and welcome back to some more Gran Turismo Concept. Today we are going to be heading back into the single race mode to compete on the final tarmac track of the game. We are going to be doing in this episode Autumn Ring Normal and Autumn Ring Reverse. So let's get straight into it. For Autumn Ring, what car do I want to use? I kind of want to use something European. I don't think we've actually used anything European before. And considering Autumn Ring is a pretty small track, I could actually... I'm kind of tempted to use the Mini for some reason. Or the Lupo. I'm not a huge fan of the Mini though, to be perfectly honest with you. Is there anything interesting in concept cars we could use? No, not the Crossfire, god. Actually, I know what I want to use. I'm going to use the CZ3 because cool car. Let's go ahead and get into this. So yeah, anyways, the last tarmac track of the game, and then after this we're going to be doing the 2 rally courses. And then I'm not really sure what happens after that, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't really remember that far back. But anyways, in this race we have a Civic Type R, a Focus RS, a Integra 98, another Integra, and a Pontiac Solstice apparently. So they're the sort of cars which would compete with the ZZ3. I believe this has about the game doesn't say, but I believe the CZ3 runs about 280 horsepower, which is pretty cool. Anyways, we are all-wheel drive. We beat the 2003 Integra. If the 98 beats the 2003, doesn't that prove the point that that car isn't particularly good? Anyways, there is also an Ek9 Civic Type R in this race, and I want, but unfortunately no, it's not in this game. But this car is, which is an awesome car. The CZ3 is basically the precursor to the European and potentially Japanese, I'm not actually too sure, Mitsubishi Colt. And the Colt was, admittedly the Colt was nowhere near as exciting as this car. The thing I love about the CZ3 is this is basically like a small Lancer Evolution. In the sense that it is, I believe it's got the same engine as an Evo. It runs about 280-ish horsepower, I think, if you go into Gran Turismo 6, because I believe Gran Turismo 6 will actually tell you how much power this thing produces. Gran Turismo Concept does not. It has just a bunch of estimations, but yeah, I believe this is about 250 odd horsepower, 4-wheel drive, hot hatch, and that basically means this is the Focus RS, but smaller and before the 3rd generation Focus RS actually existed. This is an awesome, awesome little car. I really wish Mitsubishi would have actually made this. Because it would have been pretty damn sweet, to be perfectly honest with you. Either way, it seems to be, it is absolutely decimating the competition as well. This thing is ridiculously quick, apparently, which is something I was not expecting from the CZ3. I was actually expecting it maybe to go against some more Evos and so on, but I mean, I guess it's going against modern hot hatches and it's destroying modern hot hatches, which is not really what I was expecting. Well, I mean, 280-ish horsepower, I think. I don't know. I'm just going to say 250 odd from now on because I believe it's over 250. To be fair, actually, it could be 230 now I think of it. But anyways, I mean, compared to the hot hatches of its day, like if Mitsubishi had actually released this, I assume it would have probably done this to the competition because, of course, 4-wheel drive, it has 200 odd horsepower. Yeah, it was obviously going to be quick, but I wasn't expecting it to quite decimate the competition as it has done. That being said, I don't think there's any 4-wheel drive vehicles in that competition. The only one that isn't, actually, the only cars that aren't front-wheel drive are this and the Solstice, and I don't think the Solstice will be doing particularly well, because while the Solstice is a little bit... how much power does the Solstice have? I believe it's like 210. It is rear-wheel drive. It is a little bit heavy, and it is sort of an early 2000s GM vehicle, so also, I'm not actually sure, but is the Pontiac Solstice what was the basis for the Saturn Sky? And actually the Opel GT, now I come to think of it, because they did make an Opel GT. It looks exactly like a bloody Saturn Sky. So I don't really know which one of those came first, but either way, we are decimating the competition at 127. 127. Bear in mind the license time for this in a Lotus Elise is a 131, and the Elise is what you'd expect to be quicker than essentially a Mitsubishi Colt with a 4-wheel drive system, so yeah, this car is bloody quick, and that is really, really cool. It's nice to finally have a car which can really compete with the other cars in this game, because recently my choice of cars have not ended particularly well, but no, the ZZ3 is definitely cool. It's also really fun. This thing is actually surprisingly chuckable. We are 11 seconds up on the next leading car, which is a Ford Focus RS. Bear in mind, when the Focus RS was launched, I believe that was like one of the fastest hot hatches on the planet. Like, the only one that I think really competed with it was the Alpha 147 GTA, and that had 250 odd horsepower. But yeah, admittedly, whenever Gran Turismo runs the Focus as well, I think it actually gives, instead of sort of the usual sports tyres, I believe the Focus RS comes equipped with racing hards. At least it does in Gran Turismo, so, or in Gran Turismo 6, I should say. So yeah, that car is extremely quick. However, apparently at 14 seconds now, it has nothing on the Mitsubishi CZ3, which is going to cross the line in first place. No problem whatsoever. Right, how does the leaderboard look? I'm curious. Focus RS, the Pontiac Solstice is in third. The Integra 98 is beating the Integra new one, and the Civic Type R, unfortunately, is in last place. Although, admittedly, if it was me driving that Ek9, it would be at the top. Of course it would. Anyways, we will receive a prize after this session. Oh boy, let's go and look at our prize cards. What are we going to get? Hopefully something about as interesting as my Mitsubishi ZZ3 would be kind of cool. I have no idea what that is. Looks like some form of concept car, maybe the other Hyundai, or is it the Honda Dual Note actually? It is the Honda Dual Note. Okay, the very, very strange. Oh, speaking of ZZ3s, look what we're gonna get. I believe that is the rally car. Indeed it is. Excellent. Awesome. Oh, I'm happy with that. I'll take the CZ rally car. Anyways, now we need to go ahead and do this track in reverse. So let's go ahead and get into that professional level and scroll across to the, there we go. What car are we going to use for this? I've already looked through here, but I may as well look through here again, see if there's anything I actually want to use. The X220 only has 144 horsepower, really? Jeez. That car isn't only a Vauxhall, it's a slow Vauxhall. Hardy-dardy-da. Anyways, anything interesting in the concept cars that I want to use? Oh, I could use that actually. Could use the Dual Note. Kind of like the Dual Note. You know what, actually, sod it. We're going to use the RCZ because another kind of rally car. Also pretty damn cool, so let's go ahead and use this one. I wonder what we are going to be up against. We're going to be up against a Focus RS. Oh, it's the same competition as before, just with some more Imprezas. And the new Beetle is in there. Even though, I mean, admittedly, the new Beetle had been out for 4 years when this game first came out, so it's not really the new Beetle anymore, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, the Toyota RSC is a pretty ridiculous looking car, but I really like it. I really wish Toyota had made this one as well. Admittedly, while the CZ3 would have probably made sense, this, not so much. It is a little bit out there, but it kind of, I don't know. I guess the Local Motors Rally Fighter kind of looks like this, but the Rally Fighter is nowhere near as cool as the RZZ is. Also, it has quite a lot of body roll, apparently, although you could sort of expect that from this vehicle. So yeah, this is a damn cool car. I really, as you can probably tell, I'm a sucker for interesting vehicles, and the RSC is really a very, very interesting car in and of itself. There we go. I can actually use the third person mode for a little bit with this car, because, I mean, admittedly it's not like I'm going to be too far on the racing lines. I mean, it's a very, very big car. Then again, it is completely demolishing this competition. I'm not actually, did the RSC ever come back for Gran Turismo 6? I don't know if it did. I know this was in GT, actually was it in GT4? I'm not too sure. Someone argue with me in the comments about that one. I think it was in Gran Turismo 4. I don't remember this being in Gran Turismo 5 or 6. Which is a little bit disappointing because the RSC, man, this is a cool car. Admittedly, it does look a little bit like a Hyundai from the back. I don't know why I'm getting the impression. It doesn't look all Toyota-ish. Actually, from the front, I guess it's kind of Toyota. From the rear, I don't know, it reminds me of, oh god, actually, those rear lights kind of remind me of a Nissan Sentra. I don't know why, they just sort of do. As for the top lights, I have no idea what they're doing. But yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, this car could actually be pretty cool if it made a comeback nowadays. I mean, Toyota, well, actually, car companies like this idea of a car expresses freedom and so on these days. And, you know, this, along with actually the, that FJ Cruiser they made, the new one, the kind of funky looking one that I kind of like. Both of those cars could be really, or this car especially, could be actually interesting if it made a comeback today. They wouldn't really, hopefully they wouldn't change the design of it all that much. You know, I mean, hell, you know, just give it four-wheel drive, say it's kind of a crossover, I guess. It's sort of a cool crossover. I mean, this is the only crossover I'd actually really like the idea of. It's awesome. I like it a lot, to be honest with you. Yeah. I don't really know what sort of engine they could put in it and stuff. I mean, I guess, I feel really bad for saying this, I guess you could hybrid it, mix it up like that, or maybe even, I don't think electric motor would really work for this, especially considering four-wheel drive, but, I mean, you know, maybe you could put a hybrid motor in it, I don't really know, or even like a turbocharged engine of some description. The GT86 engine would maybe be a good choice for this. I mean, yeah, it'd just be a cool car for them to bring back. And unfortunately, I don't think Toyota will. Toyota are too busy making their modern cars look fantastically ugly. Well, as this isn't an ugly car, it's a strange looking car, certainly, but yeah, admittedly they'd probably make the face look all stupid and stuff, which wouldn't be particularly good. Anyways, I've just noticed, is the Focus RS leading a group of rally cars? I hope it's not. Actually, I hope it does, because I like the Focus RS a lot, but it seems a little bit strange if it is doing. There we go, breakthrough there. Relatively okay, I guess. There's a bunch of vans blocking the pit lane. I actually didn't know that Autumn Ring Mini had its own pit lane, but it does, which is a little bit strange. I don't really understand why. I mean, I don't ever think there's been an endurance race around Autumn Ring Mini. If there has, then I definitely want to go ahead and race in it, because that sounds like a ton of fun. Not a huge fan of endurance racing, but Autumn Ring Mini, sure, that could be fun. Anyways, let's give ourselves a nice little four-wheel drive power slide to victory, because we are going to beat the rest of the pack by quite some margin. Not quite as quick as the CZ3, although, actually no, the GTR times are 121 in the license test, never mind. Anyways, the Focus RS beat the Impreza. The Impreza, the new Beetle, comes in 5th, and the Legacy comes in 6th. Assumedly because the Legacy weighs a hell of a lot. I believe it has the same engine as the Impreza. I'm not sure. Either way, we are going to collect a prize after this race. Oh boy, let's go ahead and collect our prizes. What are we going to get? We are going to get a... It looks like another Chrysler Crossfire. Admittedly, I hope it's not. What is it? Oh, it's the other Hyundai concept car. And, oh boy, for beating this on the pro level, we get a car which unfortunately we can't use anymore. We get the Volkswagen Nardo. Awesome, awesome, awesome car. Really like the Nardo. Fantastic. Anyways, that is going to be it for Autumn Ring. As you can see, we've got all the prize cars saved for one, and that kind of looks like a Ford GT40 of some description. It's either the race car or the normal one. Anyways, we are now 67% of the way through the game. In the next episode, we are going to be heading over to the Swiss Alps to compete in the professional races of that, and I'm going to swear a lot because rally racing. Anyways, join me for that. So, as always, thank you all very much for watching. My name's been The Real Emile, and until next time, farewell.